Hey everybody, welcome to what is hopefully the first of many games in this 2002 Oakland A's replay Moneyball. This is going to be super advanced. The only thing I'm not going to do is the robbing home runs and blocking the plate, but everything else is going to be super advanced. And it's my opportunity now to test out the Strat-O-Matic engine over the long haul. I haven't done that before. I've done it with other games, but not this one. I played Strat-O-Matic quite a bit, as most of you know, and just mainly doing short projects or one-off games. So decided to put it to the test, and the ultimate test, I think, because Moneyball is all about sabermetrics, and so we're going to see if Strat-O-Matic passes that test. So game one for the Moneyball Oakland A's will be against the Texas Rangers, and on the mound for Oakland will be lefty Mark Mulder, and in 2002 he was 19-7 with a 3.47 ERA. He'll be opposed by right-hander Chan-Ho Park, and in 2002 Chan-Ho Park was 9-8 with a 5.75 ERA. Let's look at the starting lineups very quickly. I forgot my clipboards. It's downstairs because I was doing something else downstairs. So I do have a stack of the score sheets to try to roll the dice on, and a little backdrop so it won't go off the table. So let's look at the starting lineups. First for Texas, at designated hitter is Frank Catalanotto. Carl Everett's in center. A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez at short. Juan Gonzalez in right. Rafael Palmeiro at first. Ivan Rodriguez catching. Gabe Kapler in left. Yes, that's the same Gabe Kapler that is current manager of the Phillies. Hank Blaylock's at third. He will hit eighth. And Michael Young's at second base batting ninth. For Oakland, Jeremy Giambi's in left. Randy Velarde's at second. Scott Hatteberg's the DH. Dave Justice is in right. Eric Chavez is at third. Miguel Tejada's at short. Terrence Long in center, Ramon Hernandez catching, and Carlos Pena at first. What I'm also going to decide to do was not only use the ballpark effects, but use the weather effects. So we're looking at Oakland, and we're looking at the month of April, and a day game. You know what, I don't know if this game was a day game or a night game, so I'm just going to assume it's opening day, so I'm going to call it a day game. And we're going to roll the D20. If it's a 1 to 8, that'll be good weather. 9 to 18 will be average, and 19 to 20 will be bad, and then we'll go over to here to get those figures. So let's roll the D20. That's step number 1, and we get a 3. So that means we're going to have good weather in Oakland today, which means we're going here to the good category, which means for singles, it's lefties 1 to 8, righties 1 to 4, home runs 1 to 12 for everybody. So we'll write these in real quick for today's factors. That is a 1 singles, lefty 1 to 8, right-handers 1 to 4, and home runs 1 to 12. Alright, so you can't see that's at the bottom of the score page, but it's there. And I got these cards off eBay a few years ago, and the person who I bought them from took really good care of them, and even, you know, not only put them in a container to mail them and whatnot and keep them safe, but also had these plastic baggies with little labels on them. Now I wrote in the labels; they were blank when I got these, so I wrote in the team name, and then they had not rubber bands, but these little things right here to go around the cards, and they protected the cards pretty well. So I don't remember who the person was that I bought them from, but I certainly appreciate the fact that they took good care of them. All right, all those festivities out of the way, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the first game of every series on YouTube, and then I'll play the other games offline. I do have this season on the Strat-O-Matic PC, so once this game is over, I'll take this score sheet, go to the computer, and enter the game manually. Let Super Hal play the rest of the 2002 American League season, and or the whole thing. I think interleague play had started by now, so just let them auto play the whole thing, and then we'll figure it out as we go along. So right now they've got this set against Texas, and I'll play this game, then do the other ones offline, and then their next series they play Seattle, and the first game of that series will also be on video and so forth, and that's just the way we'll work it down the line. So what I'm going to do now is bring out the pitcher, Mark Mulder, and he's going to be facing Frank Catalanotto. This is a lefty on lefty matchup between Catalanotto and Mulder. So we'll see how this goes as the 2002 Moneyball replay is now officially underway today, as I'm recording this, tonight rather. It's November 7th, 2018, and it might be November 7th, 2019 or later before I finish this, but we're just going to go at a good pace without getting burned out and without feeling like we're rushed, because I'm going for accuracy and accumulating these stats and then comparing them against the real thing. So the first batter is Catalanotto. It's a 6'4" off of Mulder, and a 6'4" against a left-hander is a ground ball shortstop X. So immediately the fielding comes into play. Tejada, so 1E19, and that, couldn't see that, it's an 18, so he gets to that, and that's an 8, so he's an E19 and an 8, E19, there is no 8, so Tejada makes the play, and we are underway. So Catalanotto is retired. Here's Carl Everett, switch hitter, batting right, 4-3. Against Mulder is a ground ball third base X. So again, we go to the fielding chart. Chavez is a 1, E20. It's either Chavez or Chavez. I'm not sure how it was pronounced. Maybe somebody can chime in. It's a 1 and a 15. He'll get to that. That's a 7. And he's an E20 at third base. So an E20. We're looking for 7s. There are none. And it's a good play for Mr. Eric Chavez. Or Eric Chavez. We all call him Chavez because Chavez sounds like Chavez Ravine, the home of the Dodgers. Here's A-Rod. Needs no introduction for him. It's a 4-4. It's fly ball center field X. So look at that, 3 X chances all in a row. Terrence Long's only a 4, so not very good range. He is an E8. But that's a 1, so that's going to drop in for extra bases. That's going to almost guaranteed to be a double. Actually, a 4 and a 1 is actually a triple for A-Rod. So make sure there's no error, or it could be an inside the park homer type thing. It's a 13, and he's an E8. E8, there is no 13, but it is a triple for A-Rod, a 2-out triple for Alex Rodriguez. And that brings up Juan Gonzalez. Roll the 20, make sure nothing's happening. It's not. So here is Juan Gonzalez. 2-8 for Gonzalez is a single, 2 stars, but they only need a 1 star to score the run. And the Rangers jump on top. 1-0. So after 2 outs and nobody on, Mulder thought he could cruise the rest of the way, but Rangers are a tough lineup, so gotta be on your ball. Gotta be on the ball for all 3 outs. Here's Rafael Palmeiro. It's Gonzo. Not gonna do anything on the 20. It's a 2-12 against a lefty. 2-12 is a hit by pitch plus injury. I'm not doing injuries because I'm doing as played, so it's just simply gonna be a hit by pitch. So Palmeiro takes 1 for the team. It's runners at first and second. Still 2 outs, as that Mulder is finding that 3rd out to be very elusive. And here is Pudge. Nothing on the 20 for Pudge. 6-7. 6-7 is yet another X check, ground ball second base X. Velarde is a 4E17. 17, so he'll get to that. Let's see if there's any error involved. See, he's an 11, or that's an 11. He's an E17. No 11, so it's a good play for Velarde. And the inning's over, but the run does score thanks to the triple by A-Rod, the single by Gonzo. After half an inning of play, it is the Rangers 1 and the A's coming to bat. And Chan-Ho Park coming out with run support. And that'll bring up Carlos Pena. Let's move this up a little closer. Hopefully you can see everything better. Hopefully. All right, here is Giambi. 3-5 for Giambi is a strikeout, so not a good start for Giambi. Not a good start for Moneyball. They're supposed to be high on base percentage. It's not striking out. Here's Velarde. 4-6 against Park is a ground ball to third. 2 down, so 2 up, 2 down. And that will bring up Scott Hatteberg. That's a 4-5 against the lefty for Park is another strikeout. So how you like that? Chan-Ho Park tearing up Moneyball with these strikeouts. And it's 3 up, 3 down, go the A's. We go to the second. 1-0 Rangers. Mulder back out. Be facing Gabe Kapler. It's a 5-6. 5-6 is a ground ball to third. So it's a ground ball to third, handled by Eric Chavez, or Chavez. I think I'm going to go with Chavez and just leave it at that. All right, so here's Blaylock. 5-7 for Mulder against the lefty is a strikeout. So 2 down. And I'm trying to use my pen to point to the exact location so I don't misread the cards. I've done that in the past where I misread the wrong column or row. 3-9 for Young against the lefty. Ground ball to short. So this time Mulder. 3 up, 3 down. Much better results. We go to the bottom of the second. Still 1-0. We'll put Park right here on top of Mulder. And we'll bring in the right fielder, David Justice. 4-6 is another strikeout. So Chan-Ho Park on his game early. And here's Eric Chavez. I think they called him Chavi as a nickname. 2-3 is a ballpark single check. And since it's a good day, ballpark singles for lefty are 1-8. That's a 17 though, so it's a line out to second. So even on a good day, Oakland Alameda County Coliseum not very hitter friendly. Here's Miguel Tejada. 4-11. Fly ball left field X. First X chance for the Rangers. It's Gabe Kapler. He's a 2E10. 18 he'll get to that, and it's a 4. So we're checking the E10 against a result of 4. E10, and how about this? For the left fielder, an E10, a 4 is right there as an E1, so 1 base error. 1 base error on Kapler extends the inning for Tejada. And Tejada, not much chance to get a jump, so he's not going to go anywhere. So we will bring in Terrence Long, nothing on the 20. Terrence Long, 5-9 against Park. Ground ball shortstop X. That's A-Rod. He's a 2E10. 12, he'll get to that. The E10 and a 12 for shortstop. E10, there is no 12. And that was a 2 and a 12 on the 20. That's a G1 technically. But it's a third out, so it doesn't matter anyway. I'm sorry, it's a third out, so whether he would go to second for the force or straight across to first is kind of irrelevant. Not keeping track of Ranger fielding stats, so it doesn't matter. I am keeping track of Oakland fielding stats, though. So we go to the third inning. Mark Mulder back out on the bump to face top of the order Frank Catalanotto. 1-6. 1-6 is a triple for Catalanotto, and that's the second triple off of Mulder in 3 innings. A-Rod got him for a triple. Now Catalanotto gets him for a triple. So Carl Everett is up. The infield, they're confident they can score some runs, so they're going to lay back. They don't want to give a big inning, so they're going to lay back. 5-7 for Everett against Mulder. 5-7 is a strikeout. So 1 away, and now with there being 1 out, they're going to go ahead and bring the infield in against A-Rod. See if they can cut that run off. Now they've gotten an out. Nothing on the 20. 6-2. 6-2 was a walk. So Mulder walks A-Rod. But what it does is set up a double play. And Juan Gonzalez may have a few ground ball A's on his card. We'll see. Nothing on the 20. Gonzo 6-3. Fly ball left field X. That's Jeremy Giambi. He's a 4E4. That's an 18. Probably still a sacrifice fly though, I think. Let's check it out. 4 and an 18 is an F2. And that's an 11. And he is an E4. No 11. Let's check F2. F2 says fly out if there's a runner on 30 scores. So it's a sacrifice fly for Gonzo. Scoring is Catalanato. Rangers lead it 2-0. There's now 2 outs. A runner at first for Rafael Palmeiro. Nothing on the 20. 6-5. Lefty on lefty is another X chance. Boy, Mulder's card is loaded with X chances. This is a ground ball shortstop X. Tejada's a 1, E19. So we get a 12 and an E19 off the shortstop. And let's see here, E19, there is no 12. So it's good play for Tejada. But the Rangers pick up a second run, thanks again to another triple. And we go to the bottom of the third. It's 2-0 Rangers. Chan-Ho Park enjoying that run support. We'll be facing Ramon Hernandez. It's a 1-8 for Hernandez against a righty is a walk. So a leadoff walk. And we know how leadoff walks can come back to bite you. Here's Carlos Pena. Hernandez obviously not a threat to steal. 20. Oh, there's a 1. Chance for a wild pitch. And Park has a 12 on his wild pitch rating. So we'll see if it is in fact a wild pitch. And it is. So Chan-Ho Park uncorks one. Moves Hernandez to second. And now there's a 2. So it's a chance for a balk or a pass ball. And it's a chance for a pass ball. Pass ball is a 1 for Rodriguez. So not likely. And it's not. So now we drive on. For Pena's at bat, 3-10. Ground ball second base C, and that will advance the runner to third base with only 1 out. So the Rangers will lay back and give up the run to get that out since they have a 2-0 lead. And here is Giambi, nothing on the 20. 1-6 for Giambi. That is a single to left. There's a clutch there, but there's only 1 out, so it's not clutch. So that single will hold, and Giambi gets the A's on the board. RBI single cuts the lead to 2-1. So here come the Moneyball A's. Giambi, no stolen bases on the year, so he's not going anywhere. All right, here's Velarde. 3-8 for Velarde. He is a strikeout, and that's going to end the inning. But the A's pick up a run, cut the lead to 2-1 as we go to the 4th. And to start the 4th will be Pudge, Ivan Rodriguez. Pudge Rodriguez will lead us off to start the 4th. 5-4, Mulder against a righty. 5-4 is a catcher X, so yet another X chance. Catcher Hernandez is a 2E3. And that's a 2, so a 2 and a 2 could be interesting. See how that comes about. 2 and a 2 is a W/G. And then we have a 9, and he's an E3. There is no 9, so let's look at W/G. W/G says, with no runners on, the batter hits a squib in front of the plate and catcher throws him out at first. All right, so it's a 2-3 put out. One catcher puts out another. 1 away for Gabe Kapler. It's a 2-6 against the lefty for Kapler, and he will fly to left. So 2 down. Brings up Hank Blaylock, lefty on lefty matchup. It's a 1-3, and he will ground to second, and that's going to end the inning. So perhaps Mulder starting to settle in, and he puts down the Rangers 1-2-3. So we go to the bottom of the fourth, still 2-1 ball game, and Chan-Ho Park back out to face Scott Hatteberg, the DH. It is a 6-8 for Chan-Ho Park against a lefty. 1-4 is a triple. 4-20. I'm sorry, 5-20 is a double. It's a 1, so it's a triple for Hatteberg. Go figure. Hatteberg did have 4 triples on the year, so he gets one here off of the pitcher card. So it's a triple, the third triple of the game. And now Justice is up. Infield's back with nobody out. They don't want to give up a big inning. Justice 4-9 against Park. Struck him out. So now if there's one out, they will bring the infield in now to face Eric Chavez. Nothing on the 20. 1-9 for Chavez. Fly ball right field B question mark. So it's a good chance for a potential sacrifice fly. Right fielder Gonzalez is a -1. And now, just to start out the rules here, just for those that are maybe not that familiar with Super Advanced, we'll go to the rules on that fly ball B question mark and look at those real quick. In fact, let's see if I can't find this real quickly without wasting a whole lot of time, which I may be doing already. Let's see here. Okay, fly ball question mark. Okay. Why am I not seeing the fly ball question mark? Here we go. It's way down here. Alright, so fly ball question mark. We're going to take the base runner's rating plus the outfielder's arm plus 2. So we're going to take the run rating of Scott Hatteberg, and Hatteberg runs only at a 9, so not very good. Then you take the arm of Gonzalez as a -1. It's a total of 8. Alright, and then you add 2 to that to make it a 10. So 1 to 10, and he will score. 11 to 19, he'll hold. 20, he's out. It's a 20, he's out. Go figure. So it's a fly ball to right field for out number 2, and then a 9-2 put out for a double play. Wow. Talk about bad luck if you're the A's. So they thought they were going to tie it, but Juan Gonzalez had other ideas, and so did the D20. So now we go to the 5th. Here is Young, 1-8 against the lefty Mulder, and that's a strikeout. So Mulder, unfazed by that bad luck by his offense, comes and strikes out Young to start the inning. Here's Catalanado, lefty on lefty. 1-5 is a walk. So Catalanado with a 1-out walk. And again, he did steal 9 bases. Hernandez, though, was a -2. Mulder's a -3, so that's a -5. So not good odds there. So they're going to issue the stolen base strategy. Nothing on the 20 for Everett. So we go to 2-7 for Everett. Switch hitter batting against the lefties. A pop up to short. That is out number 2. And now we've got A-Rod. Chance for A-Rod to get something done. Roll the 20. There's a 2, so it's a chance for either a balk or a pass ball. It's a 4. Pass ball rating on Hernandez is a 2. No pass ball. So here we go for A-Rod. 3-4. 3-4 is a hit by pitch. So Mulder has plunked A-Rod. He already hit Palmeiro. So he's apparently taking his frustrations out on the steroid guys. He's hit them both. Ironically, those are the 2 that got hit. And here's Juan Gonzalez, who may have been on the juice. We don't know. Nothing on the 20. It's a 6-9 for Mulder. Fly ball to left, and that's going to end the inning. And Mulder gets out of it. So we go to the bottom of the 5th here at Oakland, and it's still 2-1 Texas. And Chan Ho Park is back on the bump against Miguel Tejada. Miguel Tejada. We get a 5-4. Chan Ho Park, 5-4, catcher X. That's Pudge. He's a 3E3. 19, no problem there. That's an 8, so we're checking the E3. And there is no 8, so it's a 19 and a 3. That is a G2. So that's a simple little ground out in front of the mound. Sorry, in front of the plate. And Pudge throws out Tejada. One away. Here's Terrence Long. 6-4 for Long. Chan Ho Park against a lefty. 6-4. Ground ball third base X. That is Blaylock. He's a 3E23. So the 20 will be no problem whatsoever. Now let's check the error rating. He is an, we rolled a 12 and he is an E23. So an E23, there is no 12, so it's a good play for Mr. Blaylock. 2 up, 2 down. Brings up Ramon Hernandez, the catcher. 6-12 is a ground ball first base X, so that's Palmeiro. He is a 3E9. 17, he'll get in front of it. That's a 9 and a 9. 9 and a 9 is a good play, and Palmeiro will take it to the bag himself. So 5 innings in the books. And it's still 2-1 Texas. And that'll bring up Mulder. Mulder's good for 7 innings for his point of weakness. Chan Ho Park, his next inning in the bottom of the 6th will begin his point of weakness. Here's Palmeiro. 4-5. Struck him out. So Mulder gets the K on Palmeiro. Brings up Pudge. 3-7 against the lefty is another strikeout. So Mulder getting stronger as the game goes on. Here's Gabe Kapler, left fielder. And Kapler on the day, 0 for 2. Ground out and a fly out. 3-8. And he's going to pop up, this time to the shortstop Tejada, to end the 6th. 1-2-3 go the Rangers. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's still 2-1 Texas. And now Chan Ho Park, this will be the beginning of his point of weakness inning. See what he gives up, if anything. Here to Carlos Pena. It's a 6-7 against a lefty Pena. That's a walk. So that's 1 notch on the point of weakness for Mr. Park. Pena not a threat to steal, so he's not going anywhere. Brings up Jeremy Giambi. Nothing on the 20. So 3-5 for Giambi against a right-hander is a strikeout. Had a couple of walks there, but he found the strikeout. That's 1 away for Randy Velarde. Randy Velarde. That's a 2, so it's a chance for a pass ball or a balk. It's a 1, but the balk rating on Chan Ho Park is none. So we skip that and move on to Velarde's at bat. 6-3. Ground ball pitcher X. He is a 3E10. So a 3E10 for Park. 14, he should get to that. See, a 3 and a 14 is a G2. And that's a 12 and an E10. There is no 12, so it's a G2, which I believe is a fielder's choice. G2. Let's see here. Infield was at normal depth. Force play. So it is a force play. And since the right-hander was batting, we'll call it a 1-4 force play. Because usually the second baseman will cover on those situations. So now there's 2 outs for Scott Hatteberg. And the new runner at first is Velarde. He's no threat to steal either. Hatteberg 6-12 against Park against a lefty. Ground ball first base X, that is Palmeiro. He's a 3E9. And a 2, that should get by for a base hit. A 3 and a 2 is an SI2. So single 2 stars basically. And now we'll check for an error. That's a 10. And Palmeiro's an E9. There's no 10, so there's no error there. But now runners are on the corners with 2 outs. And one more hit against Park will be he will reach his point of weakness. Here's Justice. Nothing on the 20. 3-6 for Justice is a walk, and that's going to load the bases. And now Chan-Ho Park has reached his point of weakness. So if we get a dot on anything, he will have to come out. They're going to take their chances with Chavez. Actually, they're not. Look at Chavez's card against right-handers. So timeout, as the Rangers will bring on a new pitcher. Okay, so the Rangers are going to go with Todd Van Poppel. And in 2002, he was 3-2 with a 5.57 ERA and 1 save. So he's got a job to do here. Bases loaded. 2 outs. And he's got to face Eric Chavez. First we'll roll the 20. Make sure nothing's happening there. It's not. Here's Chavez. 6-4 against Van Poppel against a lefty. 6-4 is a ground ball shortstop X. That's A-Rod. And A-Rod is a 2E10. 2 and a 5. That could be interesting. He may get to that. Should get to that. 2 and a 5. He does get to it. That is a 7, and he is an E10. Shortstop position, E10. There is no 7, so it's good play, as A-Rod will make the play, and the inning is over. So Van Poppel gets out of that jam and preserves, at least for now, Chan-Ho Park's chance to get the victory. We go to the 7th, and here is Mulder. This will be his point of weakness inning start here in the 7th. Here's Blaylock, lefty on lefty. 4-8. 4-8 is a strikeout. There's a dot, but he's not tired yet. So that's a good strikeout. 1 away from Michael Young. Second baseman. Righty on lefty. 110. It's a 1 for a double. Anything else will be a single. And Chad Bradford is loosening in the A's bullpen. So it is a single for Young. Young, let's see if he's a threat to steal. Again, Mulder and company are not, it's not an easy task with Mulder and Hernandez, so he's not going to go anywhere. Catalanotto will be up. Nothing on the 20. 3-7 for Catalanotto against a lefty is a fly ball to center. And that's 2 down. So now it's up to Carl Everett, switch hitter. Switch hitting center fielder. Nothing on the 20. It's a 1-7 against the lefty. He grounds to short. Tejada fields it. And that will end the top of the 7th. So 7th inning stretch time we go. And it's still Texas 2 and Oakland 1. And Van Poppel be back out to beginning another inning of work. He only faced 1 batter, so he's obviously good to go. Here is Tejada to lead things off. Righty on righty. 2-9. 2-9 is a strikeout. So Van Poppel puts the K on Tejada. 1 away for Terrence Long. 6-4. 6-4 is a ground ball shortstop X. That is A-Rod again. He's a 2E10. 2 and a 13. He'll get to that. An E10 and an 11. E10. There is no 11, so it's good play for A-Rod. 2 down. For the catcher, Ramon Hernandez. It's a 2-7, and that's going to be a fly to center. So Van Poppel, facing 4 batters so far, has retired them all. We go to the 8th. It is still a 2-1 ball game in favor of the Rangers. And now with some righties coming up, the A's will go to their bullpen, and they will bring in the aforementioned sidewinding or submarine throwing right-hander Chad Bradford. And on the year, he was 4-2 with a 3.11 ERA. So Chad Bradford will take over from Mulder, who went 7 innings. And pitched well, just didn't get any run support. So first man up is A-Rod to face him, righty on righty. It is a 5-8. 5-8 is a fly to left. One away. Brings up Juan Gonzalez. That's a 4-6, and that's a strikeout for Bradford. 2 up, 2 down. Brings up Rafael Palmeiro, or as Chris Berman used to call him, Rafael Emerson Lake and Palmeiro. 4-7. Bradford against a lefty. 4-7. A 1 is a single. Anything else, he grounds to Pena at first. And that's what we got. 3 unassisted ground out. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Still 2-1. And Van Poppel is going to stay in there. I mean, he hasn't given up anything, so why not? But the bullpen is loosening for the Rangers, as they do have Francisco Cordero loosening. Here's Pena. 1-7. 1-7 is a ground ball to short. So Van Poppel faced 5 batters so far, retired them all. Here's Jeremy Giambi. And boy, that double play on what should have been a sacrifice fly really is coming into play to bite the A's. 4-7. 4-7's a strikeout against Van Poppel. So Van Poppel, the prodigy, child prodigy when he came out of high school and kind of flamed, but tonight he's on top of his game. 5-6 is another strikeout. So Van Poppel, and that's going to do it for Van Poppel. He goes 2 1/3 innings and gave up absolutely nothing. So we go to the 9th. Still 2-1 ball game in favor of the Rangers. And Bradford's going to stay in there. Pitch the 9th. And Francisco Cordero, I guess their main closer at that point, is in the bullpen, loosening. Here's Pudge, Ivan Rodriguez, 2-7. That's a ballpark diamond shot. And since we have good weather, it's a 1-12. And it is a 12. It's a home run. I said we're not going to do any robbing home runs because I don't know the wall heights, and that's just one extra thing I don't usually ever do in these games, so not going to start now. But the Rangers get an insurance run off that homer. Here's Gabe Kapler. 5-9 is a strikeout. So Bradford comes back to strike out Kapler. Brings up Hank Blaylock. That is a 2-7. 2-7 against a righty is a ground ball to second. That's out number 2 for Michael Young. 1-7 against a righty is a strikeout, so that's going to end the inning. But a key run comes in for Texas on the home run off the bat of Pudge, as he lifted one of those Chad Bradford sidewinding pitches, submarine pitches out of the ballpark. And now Hatteberg is up, and he'll be facing Francisco Cordero. Cordero on the season, or on 2002 season, was 2-0 with a 1.79 ERA and 10 saves. So Francisco Cordero looking to finish things off as he protects a 2-run lead. He's going to face the heart of the order, Hatteberg, Justice, and Chavez. 5-4 against a lefty. Another ground ball, third base X. That is Blaylock. He is a 3 E23. 3-3 should be a base hit. And it is. 3-3 is a single. Got an 11, and he is a E23. E23, there's also an error. So on the third baseman, an E23, there's the 11 right there. So we got a single plus an error. So Hatteberg reaches on the single. Blaylock commits the error. That's the second error on the Rangers in the game. So Hatteberg now finds himself at second base with nobody out here in the bottom of the ninth. But he's not the tying run. Justice is. Justice is at the plate, is the tying run. Nothing on the 20. 4-7. Struck him out. So Cordero gets the big K on Justice. Brings up Eric Chavez. Nothing on the 20. 5-5. Another strikeout by Cordero. So the A's down to the last chance, and it's Miguel Tejada. Miguel Tejada. Nothing on the 20. Tejada, 5-7 is another strikeout. Cordero comes back and strikes out the side. Ball game is over. The Rangers win it by the score of 3-1. Be right back with the totals. Okay, let's look at the totals. Line score: 3 runs, 5 hits, and 2 errors for the Rangers. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors for Oakland. Oakland won the actual game 8-3. So the Rangers did their part getting the 3 runs, but the A's woefully short. And the winning pitcher, Chan-Ho Park, he went 5 2/3, gave up 3 hits. 1 run, it was earned, walked 3, struck out 6. Van Poppel, 2 1/3 perfect innings, struck out 3. Cordero, 1 inning, 1 hit, struck out 3. So the sabermetric get-on-base A's strike out 12 times in the opener. So I'm sure that Billy Beane will have something to say to them. So will their manager, Art Howe, because they were not playing Billy ball or Billy Beane ball in this one by doing all those strikeouts. For the A's, Mark Mulder, 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned, walked 2, struck out 6, and hit 2 batters. He took the loss. Chad Bradford in relief went 2 innings, gave up 1 hit, which was the homer to Rodriguez on the ballpark shot. Walked none, struck out 3. So there you have it. Game 1 of the 2002 season is now officially in the books. Well, not officially, because I have to put it in the computer game, the stats, to get it to be official, but the score sheet's official when it's complete. So this game was played April 1st, 2002. So the next game, which will not be on video, will just be offline, will be played April 2nd in Oakland, of course, and it's the gambler Kenny Rogers for the Rangers against right-hander Tim Hudson for the A's. And lineups look like they're probably going to be pretty much the same for the Rangers they are for the A's. They're going to substitute Medicino in for Velarde, and everything else is pretty much the same. So that's going to do it from here. Hope everybody enjoyed that presentation of the Super Advanced Strat-O-Matic 2002 Oakland A's Moneyball season. Game 1 of 162. So, like I said, my plan is to input this into the computer, let that keep the stats, let Super Hal run everything else, and then I'll come back when the Ranger series is over with another video to begin the Seattle series. So that's going to do it from here. Hope everybody has a wonderful day and a wonderful time playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it. And as usual, I will see you all down the road.